everybody. Good evening. First of all, let's give it up for the band.
Sam Prather and Friends, yes.
Amazing.
He put his foot into that one, boy. That was...
We're changing the world. But it's appropriate because what Crittenden does is actually change the world. So
That's true.
I love it. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm so happy to be back along with...
I'm your husband, Mark Clark.
I know. Well, you look like you were trying to tell me.
I know I gotta get my... I think we got too many mics on. Hello. No? Hello. Hold on. Hello. Okay.
It's gonna be a long night, y'all.
I just was... hold on, baby. I gotta get my notes.
Okay.
Hold on now. Wait a minute now. Hold
Okay.
on. I'm getting notes.
Oh, he forgot his notes.
I have two jobs. We're doing
I thought
two
you were about
jobs.
to sing when you said, "Let me get my notes."
If I could change the world.
Oh, he can sing.
Oh, don't sleep now.
He's not just a pretty face. Okay. Thank you again for joining us tonight. We are so grateful to be in this place all together once again and to support the girls of Crittenden Services of Greater Washington.
Yes.
This truly is our
That's right.
time to
That's
thrive.
clap it up. That's right. And okay, so I'm not a good reader, so y'all have to bear with me tonight. So let's try it again. Clap it up, yeah. That's right. You're right. That's right. Got an amazing lineup for you. Our Extraordinary Leadership Award honorees tonight, our special guests, inspiring musical performances, cool videos, our amazing Crittenden alumni. What's the proper, babe? Alumni?
You just said, let's say alum, just to keep it simple.
Okay, alum. And if I say it wrong, don't judge me. She makes the big money on TV. I make the little money on TV.
On TV. Also, too, like on a personal note, Mark and I are the parents of 3 young ladies. And so we understand the girl power.
Girl power.
And the power. And so on a personal note, really thank you, Crittenden Services, for all you do, for standing in the gap and making sure all girls get to that spot. I love what Aaron said earlier in one of the videos. Come on into the circle, and when you get there, I'll be there waiting for you.
Come on now.
I love that.
You know, Aaron's a preacher too, so you know he got a million of them.
Okay, now we are going to hand it over, thankfully, right, for the audience, to the people that you know and you love. Crittenden Board Chair Latara Harris and Board Member Brian Tremont.
What a terrific night. It's great to be back in person, although I've lost my teleprompter from last year, so that's a little bit of a bummer, I must say. This is my 14th year of celebrating the partnership.
Woo, give it up for 14 years.
There you are. Okay, there. I was like, where'd she go? Put me out here by myself. 14 years of the terrific partnership between Crittenden, our communities, our schools, and our young girls, and we really appreciate that. And I also would be remiss if I did not give a shout out to Aaron, who, there we go, give a shout out to Aaron.
Way to go, Aaron.
Who, when this organization needed a dynamic leader to step up and take us to the next level, he stepped up and did that.
He did in a mighty, mighty way.
In a mighty, mighty way, and we're very, very grateful, and nothing tonight would have been possible without his tremendous hard work, enthusiasm, and dedication to the cause. So kudos to Aaron. I got mine in bigger type than you got on yours.
Kudos to Aaron. All right. Well, thanks, Brian. Before we go too much further, let's take a moment to thank our amazing sponsors that made tonight happen. We also want to thank our board, the honorary host committee, our many champions, our former honorees, alumni, and our girls. You are the best. Give yourselves a round of applause.
Okay, and our event program is digital this year. We've gone green. So please use the QR code on the card to call it up on your phone, because we're not using paper this year. That's where you can see the complete list of sponsors, plus information about our honorees and the extraordinary Crittenden alumni, or alums. What did they decide? Did they get the right answer? I don't know. Who are introducing them?
Everyone. Alumna. There you go.
Hey, I got it. Okay, all right, we've got some sort of dispute about the proper grammar here. I don't know.
Animal says this.
Chaos. All right, now you're turning it over.
All righty, folks. Well, we are, aren't you excited about tonight? We are outside, y'all. How about that? Give us up a round of applause for being outside. Oh my gosh. It's been so long. We have such an incredible night planned for you tonight. Incredible honorees. You've already heard about that. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to bring to the stage Erin Myers, our esteemed interim president and CEO. Welcome, Erin.
Breathtaking jacket. He's looking sharp tonight too, but I will note that for the record. You taking one of these? You got that one. All right.
Okay.
We'll leave.
Hello, Crittenton. How are we doing out there, everybody? Come on now. First of all, I hope, is everyone eating? Yes? I spent all night cooking. So you all, I did make a pot of greens too, but I left them at the house. They couldn't get them in the trunk, you know what I mean? And before I say anything, I would not be here without my mama. And my mama came all the way from Texas to be here tonight. So she's sitting right back over there. Wave your hand, mama, so they can see you. When I was in the Army and I was in basic training, she would send these envelopes, and all of my envelopes had Proud Mom written all over them. And so everybody knew when I got a letter from my mother, but I'm a proud son, and I want you all to know that. So, don't judge me. Okay. I'm glad to be gathered together in person with you after 2 years of being apart. These years of isolation, of learning more about ourselves, our partners, families, and friends, and of grieving the losses of loved ones. We've been reminded once again that we are a global family, and we have a new sense of gratitude for opportunities to gather alongside each other, especially those who share an unquelled desire to support one's community and each other. There are some individuals here who, through the difficult days we've experienced, have been a rock to our teen girls, and that is our program leaders. Our program leaders are the consistent, caring adults who are helping to shape the hearts and minds of our teen girls, who will take what they've learned and reimagine new possibilities for our collective futures. I'd ask that our program leaders and staff please stand at this time. Come on, don't be slow about it. I'd ask all of you to join me in celebrating the hardest working and most dedicated group of people I know, right there. Come on. There you go. And if you have any questions regarding programs, how we do what we do, why we do what we do, I want you to see one of them, and they will tell you what's going on in the lives of our teen girls right now. After serving on the board of directors for 7 years before stepping into this role, I would be remiss not to mention my fellow board members, those whose passion for supporting this organization goes over and beyond. So at this time, I want to say thank you to all our current and former board members in the room tonight. Wave your hands if you're a former board member or a current board member. We thank you so much for your work. Tonight we celebrate 134 years of evolving, meeting the needs of a changing community, all the while keeping our teen girls and their futures as our focus. Tonight we celebrate, I would like to really just yell and scream. Last year we celebrated 100% graduation rates with our teen girls. Tonight we celebrate advancement rates to the next grade of 83% of our girls, and then 83% of our girls advancing to higher education. Tonight we celebrate 74 programs that are in 28 schools throughout Washington, D.C. and Maryland, where we plan to serve over, get this, 1,000 girls. Now, when I joined the board 7 years ago, we were serving 400 girls. Right now, we're serving over 1,000. So you never know, you may just be talking to a Crittenton girl. Tonight we celebrate new partnerships with Catholic University, with UDC, with Howard University, with, you know, with Gallaudet University, and with Bowie State. Tonight we celebrate the District of Columbia and Montgomery County standing with this organization, recognizing there is a mental health crisis in this country. And by working together, we are now able to help provide mental health services to the teen girls in our programs. Tonight we celebrate the boldness of every individual in this room who took time out of their schedules to look beyond themselves to consider what they could do to ensure our future is filled with girls who've been equipped with the tools to make good decisions, recognize healthy relationships, but to be an advocate for themselves, their families, and their communities. I would like to congratulate all of our honorees, who you will hear are the shining examples of what our teen girls can aspire to be. What does it mean to thrive? To thrive means to grow, to develop well or vigorously, to prosper and to flourish. I am proud to report that the Crittenton we now know is indeed growing responsibly. We are developing plans to expand our reach to further meet the needs of our teen girls and their families. And with our team delivering data-driven curriculum, thank you, Cherie, our girls are on par to prosper and to flourish. Tonight, I celebrate Crittenton. I celebrate our teen girls, and I celebrate you. Thank you for your support. And believe me, this is a time to thrive.
If you could go back and tell your freshman self something in high school, what would you tell yourself at 14, 15 years old?
Respect the teachers and be diligent in my studies, and respect the teachers for their competence and their dedication. Dunbar teachers were dedicated to making sure that we could succeed wherever we went.
Do you have any advice for our Christian girls specific who don't know exactly what they want to do in life but want to be a part of something special?
Yes, so I love the program, the Crittenton program. It's amazing, and I love what you are doing, and I hope that you continue doing great things and being a part of Crittenton and staying in touch with it. I would give any girl any advice would be just try. Don't take no for an answer. Don't let somebody else tell you who you are or what you belong doing. I didn't know that I was going to be a pilot when I was, a kid, when I was growing up. I just happened into it. And so it's the best thing that's ever happened to me, though. So don't limit yourself. That's what I would say.
An alumna of the Crittenton Sneakers program to introduce our first leadership honoree.
Hello, everybody. All right, so my name is Basket Corte, and I'm super excited to be here tonight. I remember coming to the same event 7 to 8 years ago, so it's a great feeling to be able to return as an alum. My friends and I participated in the Crittenton program in high school, where we talked about any and everything with our mentor, Miss Deb, who is now a great friend of mine. It made a difference back then in our lives, and it still does today. I'm honored to be presenting one of tonight's honorees, Miss Maria Gomez. She is the founder and former CEO of Mary Center. Maria has dedicated her life to serving the public, and her innovative skills in the workforce development and management of health, education, and social support programs has made powerful impacts throughout her career. Maria's accomplishments through Mary Center and extensive board membership work led her to being the recipient of the prestigious 2012 Presidential Citizens Medal from President Obama.
No problem.
I really enjoyed the opportunity to interview Ms. Gomez and learn more about her. One piece of advice from our conversation that stuck with me was to never stop learning. She told me to continue to read books, take classes, participate in work conferences, and take advantage of workplace tuition reimbursement opportunities. It is my pleasure to present her with this award today because she embodies aspects of a leader that can only hope to become in the future. Please give a warm welcome to Maria Gomez.
To see so many friends here today. Dear Basket, thank you very much for this very precious introduction. It is truly an honor to have you introduced me, truly. Thank you. I know how impactful Crittenden was in shaping you as a young woman that you are now, smart, assertive. We had a conversation and just loved talking to her. So please, Basket, continue shining and lending your talents to uplift the next generation of young talent. Promise me. To Aaron, Deb Lopez, who I've known for 30 years, and the entire Crittenden team, thank you for your leadership. It is truly an honor to receive this award from a distinguished set of leaders like yourselves. First, I want to shout out really for this organization, thriving for 134 years. Wow, that's amazing. Wow. And what is remarkable for me is that you have transformed to be relevant today after 134 years. Who does that? You know, I have watched you for the last 30 years with pride, how you have pivoted, grown, and incorporated into the community with integrity. In my career as a registered nurse and a public health advocate, I have mentored dozens of young people directly and indirectly, others in my different leadership roles. What I have learned is that it matters tremendously how you treat people, how you listen, and how you guide individuals through as though they're your own family. Thinking of people that you meet in your life as though they're in your own family when you're trying to provide leadership skills. Providing ample room for their own creative success, and when there's failure, to be there on the other side with the different tools to put them into a new toolbox. As Miles Davis once said, if you get the wrong note, it's the next note that you play that decides if it's good or bad, right? With every hour spent with a young person, I have learned so much about myself and what I can do better. And they have turned around and done extraordinary things. Take Mercedes, who stirred away from my guidance for a bit, joined a gang, spent time in jail, where I visited her often. She is now a committed mother, but more important, or as important, I should say, a professional in the healthcare field and thriving. Let's honor that. Take a young girl who I mentored during college, who remembers that a career in engineering was made possible because I stuck with her. Even when she decided in grade school that math was quote unquote stupid. She's an engineer today. To all of you young people here today, I leave you with 3 thoughts to consider to incorporate into your lives. The first is that failure is unavoidable. How we respond makes all the difference. Reframing situations can be so important because it allows you to change the attitude about that particular circumstance. Remember that. For example, you can say, I'm not nervous about this test. I'm not nervous about getting on the stage. I'm excited because I can show people that I learned and that I prepared for this moment. Thank you, Basket. The second is to incorporate into your life a growth mindset. What does this look like in practice? What does growth mindset look like? Instead of saying, why am I struggling with this? This is supposed to be easy. You can tell yourself the truth, which is, this is challenging, but I know I can attain this goal. A growth mindset truly reframes success, not struggles. So instead of saying, I did well because it was easy, I did well in that test because I was easy, you tell yourself, I did well because I worked damn hard, right? The third is the community matters. Community matters. We are often taught in society that separating our emotions can help us get through difficult times. It only helps to dissociate our emotions to get the job done. That's all it does. The famous author and activist Bell Hooks argued that separating all of our different emotions prevents us from being a whole person. Instead, she said you must focus on developing integrity, because that is the process where you integrate yourself into community. And communities keep us accountable. Relationships that you build with friends, with family, with mentors, sustains us through thick and thin. I was just speaking to the former director of the Department of Health, Dr. Nesbitt. Where are you? Stand up. There you are. And she said what sustained her after she left the Department of Health was returning to go and visit and be with her mother, with her family. So remember that. And she's older than you young people, but she's still young. But I ask you, please integrate yourselves into the community. See if there's a young child that is struggling with learning how to read, and go teach them how to read. See if there's an older person that is blind, who is lonely, who you can read to them. And to all of us here tonight, the work of Crittenton is more important than any time in our history. Schools, many beautiful and modern, because they are beautiful. And thank you to our city. Thank you for the investment that this particular city has made on. But our children don't feel safe in them, and they don't feel safe at home. Your support today and for years to come will guarantee that our young people have another caring adult that loves them unconditionally and provides them a clear path to feel joy and pride in all of their accomplishments throughout their life. Thank you, and my gratitude to everyone who voted to keep this democracy debate more intact. And congratulations to our mayor and to the Maryland governor, first African-American governor. I know I'm taking a chance by mixing politics with all of this, but I cannot help it. If we're going to talk about diversity, integrity, and integration, and all the things that we talk about in the workforce in terms of really being true to ourselves, we got to talk about this. So all of our elected officials that won, all of our elected officials that are in place, thank you so much for supporting our girls, our men, our women, our young population that is coming up. And thank you for supporting Crittenton throughout these years. Gracias y buenas
Thank you very much. 8 years ago, as we honored Congresswoman Donna Edwards, we welcomed the District of Columbia's second woman to serve as mayor. A few nights ago, she made history by being the first woman to be re-elected to a third 4-year term in any U.S. city. Please welcome a fierce advocate for teen girls, Mira Bowser, Mayor of the District of Columbia.
Well, good evening, everybody. I am so happy to see you all in person in Washington, D.C., celebrating a 134-year-old organization. Let's hear it again for Crittenden Services of Greater Washington. And I want to thank Aaron for that introduction and follow on to Maria's remarks and thanking all of you for your votes, your trust, your challenges, your good questions, but also your service to young people. So I'm Muriel Bowser, your mayor. And I understand that a very, very important leader in DC government is getting honored tonight. And I wanted to be here to help you celebrate Dr. Unique Morris Hughes. There are a lot of heroes in our administration of the pandemic. Dr. Nesbitt has already been recognized. But in addition to being a global health pandemic, we had a global economic crisis. And the thing about this pandemic, we already know that it affected people differently, unevenly. And then the truth is, a lot of people in the District of Columbia didn't feel the economic effects of this pandemic. But a lot of people lost everything. And so they were relying on the government to help fill the gaps, to deliver unemployment insurance, to change an old system and make it contort to 12 or 13 new programs, one that came out every Friday. And get the checks out on time, and answer a lot of questions, and work in person during a global pandemic, and answer ridiculous questions sometimes, every Thursday. But she did it with aplomb, and she did it because she is highly competent, she's fierce, and she cares about the people she serves. So on behalf of all of us in DC government, I want to thank you for recognizing an outstanding leader when you see one. Thank you, Unique, for your work. And the way Maria was talking, I know that she retired last year, but she might talk herself into a new job. That's all I have to say, because DC is hiring, and spread the word. But I couldn't agree with her more in saying that your focus on young people, especially our girls, is especially needed now. We know, and we knew then, that disconnecting our kids from school, from trusted adults, from coaches, would make a big difference in how they engaged with life and how they achieved at school and how they could form normal relationships. And I have to say that we were right, but we may have underestimated the impact, in fact. So not only are we called on in government, in our public schools, in our outer school time that we support to do more, but we're all called on as a community to do more, to make sure that these children are reconnected and that we're doing all that we can to skip them ahead, to catch them up, and to make sure that they have everything that we need. I know that that is our commitment in the next 4 years, together with DC residents. We not only want to learn from you about what has worked, we want to challenge you to do more, to think bigger, to go faster, to help more kids, to reach farther, and to let us know how we can support the work that you are doing. There is really no more important work. When I think about the great city that I have the privilege to lead, I know that we'll be back. We'll be back to pre-pandemic. In a lot of ways, we already are in terms of the revenues that we have coming in. We'll get more of our workers in. Our transportation will be fine. Our tourists will be fine. But our commitment to change the trajectory from young people may be among the toughest work that we have to do. So I want to let you know that we've been a fan of Crittenden. We will continue to be a fan. And I want you to engage with us even during our transition process. Though I've had the privilege of being mayor 8 years, I think the next 4 years is among the most important. And we are approaching it like we did in year 1. And that is pulling together a complete transition committee, looking at all of our organization structures, people, but most importantly, all of the things that you know that we need to know about helping your girls. So please stay in touch. Congratulations to Unique and to all the awardees, and congratulations on this celebration. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Vanessa and I am a Crittenden girl. Go Shedding Girls has helped me talk more with others.
My name is Yari and I'm a Crittenden girl, and I look up to my leader, Miss Isabella, because ever since I first walked into my first sneakers meeting, she was very welcoming and she accepted me for who I was and who I am today. And whenever I have any concerns regarding school or my personal life, I'm able to go to her, and she's made a huge impact in my life.
Now, let's give a warm welcome to Evelyn Granados, Sneakers alumna and recent Gaithersburg High School graduate, to introduce our next leadership honoree.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Evelyn Granados, and I attended Sneakers at Gaithersburg High School and graduated this year. I was involved in the program as a freshman until I graduated, and I am still connected with Sneakers to the Alum Network. When I first started Sneakers, I was a very quiet and shy person due to the lack of trust I had in making new friends. But that quickly changed when I found out about Sneakers. I was in a program to help me get SSL hours, and I met Miss Isabella, and she told me all about Sneakers, and I knew I needed to join. I will never forget when we came together for our graduation dinner and laughed together. It is one of my favorite memories of Sneakers. Even though we didn't always agree on everything as a group, we always respected each other's and our decisions. What impacted me the most was the skills that I built in the program, like leadership, self-advocacy, how to identify an unhealthy relationship, and how to express my emotions in a healthy way. I currently work as an assistant teacher for a daycare center, and I love the impact I make on other kids, which reminds me every single day that impact Sneakers has made on me. I am excited to attend Montgomery College in the spring and receive my major in social work. My mom, my mentors, and Sneakers played a huge role in my high school experience. It helped me have the courage to believe in myself and not give up. I know who I am and who I want to be, and I know that I'm a strong, independent, powerful, and resilient woman who can do anything in life. I am honored to introduce an incredible woman and leader, the Director of DC Department of Employment Services, Dr. Unique Morris Hughes. During our first conversation, she reminded me that I can be focused, driven, take care and support the people I love, and still have time for myself and to have fun. She is an incredible role model with a lot of impact wisdom to share with the world. Her accomplishments are truly amazing. I admire her ability to turn projects into thriving programs and her passion for uplifting and supporting communities who need it is truly inspiring. It is my pleasure to welcome to the stage Dr. Hughes. Sorry guys, it's my first start doing a speech.
Y'all give Evelyn a round of applause. You know, first I have to say I'm so touched and I'm so honored to be given and bestowed this leadership award. Crediton Services staff, president, board, thank you for the work that you do. I know it may not be in vogue or it may not be the trend to support young women and women in this country and world, but I assure you that your commitment does not go unnoticed. May we continue to fight on for young women and really protecting and embracing and encouraging the whole girl. So thank you so much for your service. You know, I'm used to being in front of folks and talking about wonky regulatory things, or like the mayor said, unemployment insurance, maybe summer youth employment programs sprinkled in there, or paid family leave. But I'm truly overcome with emotion to hear the mayor speak this evening. You want to talk about a phenomenal woman leader that I've had an opportunity to really serve under just such a phenomenal leader. I want to thank Mayor Bowser for supporting me, for taking a chance on me. I am one of now 4 African American women that serve in the role of either Commissioner or State Secretary of Labor. She could have chosen anybody in the world, but she chose me. She chooses women leaders, she invests in women leaders, and I'm so grateful for her. Thank you, Mayor, and we're excited that you'll be serving another 4 years. I also have a bunch of family and friends and supporters and colleagues. Raise your hands or wave your hands. There's a large contingency. Thank you so much. Thank you. We have 2 past honorees that are also my colleagues, Dr. Nesbitt and the Secretary of the District of Columbia, Kim Bassett. Thank you so much for being a sister in service. And then finally, I want to acknowledge the person who has made the greatest sacrifice for me, which is my mother, who could unfortunately not be here today. I really am who I am today because of the sacrifices that she has made. And so, Mom, I love you. You're not here, but I honor you and I thank you for the sacrifices you made. Thank you. I want to tell just a really quick story. For the people who know me, you've heard this before. Most of you have not heard this before. When I was in high school, my family experienced tremendous hardship. I am a Crittenton girl. I fit the profile of a Crittenton girl. And so I have very similar background to the young women that are being served today. But I was told by a guidance counselor I shouldn't go to college. I should go to beauty school and do hair. Now, anybody who knows me knows that that is not a skill set for Unique. And so I was a bit down, as you could imagine, because I had dreams of doing something more. Well, actually, I'd never even considered going to beauty school to do hair. No offense to anybody who has, but it just wasn't my vocation and choice in life. I really desired to go to college. And so that always stuck with me, because if a guidance counselor can say it to me, she can say it to anybody. And this is the power of words. This speaks to the power of programs, and it speaks to the power that we have as individuals to speak into somebody's life. I'm happy to say that I've gone a little bit further beyond both beauty school and college. But it wasn't without hardship. There were lots of women who came along the way that steered me in the right direction, that poured into me, that believed in me, that taught me some of my greatest gifts were hard work, intuition, taught me to never give up, but to also enjoy this life that we've been given because we only have one. And so this is a very, very special award for me because I understand now that I am a mother of a 7-year-old who seems like she's 17. Oh my God. I apologize to my mom too because now I know how I was. But this award is important to me because it's through faith, through other women supporting me, it's through opportunity that I've been able to hold the position and serve as many people as I possibly can today. And so for every young woman out there, to all the Pias and Angelas and Marias and Dianes and LaQuandras and Stars and Ashleys and Kimberlys, I assure you that opportunity is around the corner. And may you never give up. May you always stay focused. And may you never accept someone else's dream for your life. You control your own destiny. And may you make the best out of your life. So this award goes to all of the young women, past and present, who continue to do the best in this world. Thank you so much for this honor. Thank you. I have to say this. I promised that I would say this. I'm a proud member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I had to say it. The pink is a dead giveaway, but I have a future leader here that's escorting me off stage, Kaylin Brumley, who's a pre-med student at Georgetown, who I asked today. She is our future. She is like a girl that Crediton would serve, and I am passing the baton and torch on to this next generation. Thank you all for class.
Hi, this is Cheryl Lee Ralph, and it is so great to see all of you here at Crittenton's 134th anniversary event. Thank you all so much for being such great supporters of Black and Brown girls in DC and Maryland. It is our time to thrive. I'm Cheryl Lee Ralph. Black girl magic is real.
Now we have a few words from Sneakers alumna Chanel Boast, who will introduce the next leadership honoree.
Yay, Chanel!
I'm a little short. Good evening, everyone. My name is Chanel Boast, and it is a pleasure to be here tonight. I love being a part of the Sneakers program. It was a huge blessing, and it changed my whole high school experience. I attended Paul Laurence Dunbar High School, and I was involved in the Sneakers program for 4 years. Not 1, but 4 years. I learned a lot through the program. I learned about the program through the school counselor, and I wanted to join to make friends and be more outgoing. I learned a lot through the program, from women's health care to real life situations. My program leader supported me in so many ways. When I graduated from high school in 2021, I was more social and more focused so I could accomplish my goals. The Sneakers program had a huge effect on me, and it helped me come straight out of high school as a young woman with the mindset of being intelligent. Sneakers is still a part of me today, and I make smart choices. I am reminded of the powerful lessons I learned in the program. I will soon be graduating IT school next week, exactly on the 18th. I have an amazing credit score that means I can get what I want. Which means I just purchased my first car. Everything I have now is because of my goals and visions from the Sneakers program. Getting ready for my interview with Ms. Jones, I was so excited to hear another Black woman's story. I am so impressed by Ms. Jones, and that the fact that she is the Chief of Staff of FCC. We have a lot in common, but one thing that stood out to me the most is that we both grew up in similar environments, but still managed to become successful. Ms. Jones told me to try to find other young women who I could mentor. This opportunity is very unforgettable, and I am so grateful for this experience. Soon I will be a mentor to others and help develop a positive and healthy relationship. Please give a round of applause to our special leadership recipient, Ms. Narda Jones.
Hi, everyone. It's so good to be here. I'm so inspired. Thank you, Chanel, for that lovely introduction. And thank you to Crittenden Services of Greater Washington for selecting me to be a recipient of this award. It's an honor for me to be here tonight and accept this award. I want to start by congratulating my fellow honorees. The work you each do to uplift women and girls in our community is inspiring to me, and it's so necessary right now. Secondly, I want to say that one of my favorite things in the world is to hype up other women who are doing awesome things, and so I'm doubly excited to be here tonight, to be a part of these amazing honoree group, and especially that the women who are being honored look like me and sound like me. Like, that is very cool. Now more than ever, women and girls need programs like Crittenden. It seems like obstacles are being put in front of us every day. There are people who try to keep us from reaching our goals. There are spaces that feel like they weren't built for us. But we need to reach our goals, and we need to occupy those spaces. And mentors can help us cut through the noise and clear a path so we can make our way into those rooms and achieve our goals. There will be times when the work we do feels like it's not enough. We women of color especially are taught that we need to work better, try harder, be smarter, and do more than everybody else just to stay even. It's exhausting. But we are enough. In fact, we're usually more than enough. And mentors can remind us of our strength and our grit and help us to develop the tools so we can show up and be our authentic, fabulous selves. I've worked in public service my entire career, and I've had the privilege of having a front row seat to seeing how decisions are made. And I'll tell you, you have to be in the room. You have to be in the room because decisions are made that impact us, that we care about, and our perspectives are so necessary and important. And when they're missing, it shows. I've made it my mission in life to make sure that the benefits of technology can accrue to people who look like me, people who haven't traditionally benefited from technology as it's rolled out in communities. And I know that my being in the room when some of these decisions have been made has helped a little bit to make that a reality. When I felt like doors have been closed to me, that's where the mentors and friends and supporters, many of whom I see in this room today actually, and it's nice to see you all, have helped me get my foot in the door, get a seat at the table, and allow me to occupy the space to execute on my goal of making sure that the benefits of technology reach people who it previously hadn't reached before. What people who try to keep us on the outside don't know, and some of my fellow honorees have said this today, is that communities like this one are so critical to helping us break down those obstacles. Obstacles are not immovable, they're not permanent, and they're not concrete. Instead, these are things that with the help of friends and family and community, like all of you, we can easily push aside and break down so that the path ahead is clear and we can occupy the rooms where our voices should be heard on the issues that matter the most to us. Crittenden, this awesome community of leaders and caring individuals who focus on young women and making sure that they have opportunities and the ability to be out in the world and fully express themselves and live their dreams. Having a car and an awesome credit score. Right? Crittenden is critical for those types of things to happen. I'm so proud to be associated with this organization. I'm so excited for the work that is yet to come. And I'm so grateful to receive this award. Thank
My name is Kaylee. I am a Crittenden girl. I chose my program leader because she understands me and helps me with anything I need. Hi, my name is Dini. I'm a Crittenden girl. I'm in Goal Setting Girls, and I chose my leader because she's kind and nice.
Hi, my name is Leonie, and I'm a Crittenden girl. I attend every sneakers meeting because of the amount of community that it brings me and the friends that I make from it.
Let's welcome actress and R&B artist Cheryl Pepsi Riley for our first musical performance of the evening.
How you doing? You all right? Are you having a good time? I'm gonna do a song that some of you may know. Either you heard it when it first came out in the 1900s, or your mama played it for you, or your grandmama. So if you know this song, you can sing along. Okay? You came into my life. You just made everything right. And even though my man has left me behind, I don't regret a thing for having you. Thanks for my child, I'm really thanking you, the man above. Thanks for my child, you brought me so much joy, this bundle of love. Thanks for my child, and though your father, he ran away free, the love I have for you, baby, is the love I have in me. It's the love I have in me. Yeah. I'll stay and watch you grow. Yes, I will. I'll raise you by myself. One woman show. love I have in me, inside of me, yeah. The love I have in me, yeah. I ain't never gonna leave now. I'm gonna be right here, yeah. Surrounded by all the it's the love I have in me. Always gonna be there. The love I have in me.
Hi, my name is Faith and I'm a Crittenden girl. What sneakers has helped me to learn is to appreciate my body.
My name is Michaela and I'm a Crittenden girl. A thing that I learned in sneakers is how to be more confident in myself.
Hi, my name is Aya and I'm a Crittenden girl, and Go Setting Girls has been really amazing for me. It has taught me how to control my anger much more.
Would you like to support our Butterfly Mom and Dads this holiday season? We're accepting in-person gift donations to support these families. These donations should include baby toys, toddler toys, board books, puzzles for babies, diaper and wipe donations in sizes 1, 2, and 6 as they are most requested. These donations can be dropped off at our offices before December 12th, 2022. The offices are located at 815 Silver Spring Avenue, Silver Spring, Maryland, 20910. For more information, please text 202-669-2272. Thank you.
Please welcome to the stage Rachel Carroll, an alumna of the Crittenden Pearls program, to introduce our fourth leadership honoree.
Good evening. I'm Rachel Carroll, and I was introduced into Crittenden's Parenting Education and Responsive Life Skills program, aka Pearls, for young people who are pregnant and are parenting in 2007 at Gaithersburg High School. I was a part of the program for 3 years. I was very hesitant at first to join this program when the nurse suggested it, but the very first day I walked in, I could feel the coordinator, Deb Lopez's amazing energy radiating, and it drew me back every week. Pearls is a great program that helps us with goal setting, conflict resolution, healthy versus unhealthy relationships, contraception, stress management, and safety. Pearls was also an escape, a judgment-free zone to just cry, share experiences, and still have someone to tell you they're proud of you and how far you've come. Pearls brought out the sun on days full of rain. Being a part of this program taught us to be bold enough to break free from outdated narratives, be brave enough to view your life with the perspective that you are always taken care of, and most importantly, to be able to say, nope, this is not for me, and choose the path others are too scared to take. One of the most impactful moments I experienced with the program was at the yearly Pearls picnic. The moms and dads are invited to bring their children, awards are given to the seniors, and alumni come back to grace everyone with their presence. We eat and mingle. Miss Deb was introducing each person to the group. When she got around to the last person, she introduced the young mom and her sister. Her sister wanted to say a few words, and she started to explain how inspiring it was to hear parts of our stories, and broke down in tears as she told her own. How she was on her own since age 14, dropped out of school, battled drugs, homelessness, and an abusive boyfriend she had a baby with. Tears rolled down her cheeks as she expressed to us that she wished she had a chance to join a program like this. Everyone stood up, gave her a group hug. I sat there thinking a complete stranger surrendered her pain to all of us. She liberated herself sharing her story while unconsciously liberating me. As I quickly wiped my eyes from tearing up, I appreciate Crittenton and their program so much. Looking back, having 2 babies in high school, balancing a relationship, and trying to graduate was a lot to take on. Being able to see girls in situations similar to my own and hearing their experiences was a comfort and motivation I never realized I needed. I stand before you now as a high school graduate with a few college credits, having 3 beautiful children, a career I love, a youth coach, and through it all, having an amazing partner who has rode with me side by side on this roller coaster for the last 15 years. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, handsome, talented, and fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? I had the amazing opportunity to interview Jan Adams and learn more about her story. I'm fascinated by her courage as a leader and her will to succeed and make a difference in the world. She's a 24-year veteran of the United States Air Force and is the president of 2 companies, JMA Solutions and Ideal Electrical Supply Corporation. As a trailblazer in her community, she has continuously supported numerous organizations contributing to STEM research and education, food insecurity and access, veterans and military families, and women empowerment programs. Recently, she was appointed by Mayor Muriel Bowser as the co-chair of the DC Build Back Better Infrastructure Task Force, and in 2019 was inducted into the Washington, DC Hall of Fame for her outstanding contributions. Please help me give a round of applause for Jan Adams.
Thank you so much, Rachel. You know, I'm having an out-of-body experience. It's like, who is that person she's talking about? Is that really me? Thank you, thank you, thank you. All veterans in the house, I'd like to say Happy Veterans Day and thank you for your service. Yes, I'm Jan Adams, CEO of JMA Solutions, an aviation consulting firm, and CEO of Ideal Electrical Supply, a full-service wholesale supplier of electrical components, and both companies are based here in Washington, D.C. I want to thank the Crittenden Services of Greater Washington for selecting me as a recipient for their Leadership Award, and congratulations to Crittenden on 134 years. That's amazing. Also, a huge congratulations to all the award winners tonight. I'm honored to be amongst you, and I certainly enjoy hearing your words. Thank you, Mayor Bowser, for being here tonight to celebrate with us as we are still celebrating and congratulating you on your 3rd term serving the best city in the world. So my first time hearing about what used to be called the Crittenton Home was in my hometown of Youngstown, Ohio. When I was in high school, there was a home that we would drive past where pregnant teens would go. I didn't realize the significance of that home at the time or the much needed services that it provided, but I learned more about these services over the years. And as a young girl, I was blessed with parents who took care of me when we would say I got into trouble. So I didn't have to use the Crittenden Home Services, but knowing it's still in existence and they've expanded their role and the fact that they've helped so many young girls, it warms my heart. As a woman, and especially a woman of color, I know the struggles we have had to face to try and level the playing field. I just happen to be in fields as the owner of these 2 businesses that are male-dominated. I like being the standout person and letting young girls know that they can do anything they want and become anything they want. But first, they must believe in themselves. They must be self-confident. And if they don't have that self-confidence, they need to find a mentor or coach who can help them to work on building that confidence. My mother was a beautician. We talk about beauticians. And my dad worked for 44 years in a steel mill. My dad couldn't read and write, but he worked hard to support his family. I thank both my mom and my dad for being the best role models that they knew how to be. The things that motivate me to continue to grow my business, especially during difficult times, are numerous. I love the fact that I'm able to employ people, especially young women. I love that I can give back to my community. JMA Solutions is part of the DC Adopt a School program, and we've adopted both schools in the community where our company is based and also where I live, which is Ward 6 in Southwest DC. The principals of the elementary and middle school have me on speed dial, so they know they get anything they want. And I love the idea of creating generational wealth for my family and allowing my great-grandchildren to go to higher learning institutions without being strapped with student loans. I want to thank my son and my daughter who are here tonight, and they've supported me throughout all the risks that I've taken in life. I got married right after high school. I had 2 kids. The relationship was abusive, so I left him. I moved into the projects. I was on welfare, and I wanted to stay home with the kids during the formative years of their lives, which were the first years until they went to school. Once they went to school full-time, I went to work full-time. And I joined the Air Force at the age of 27 years old. And they were in elementary school. So when I come to them with a new idea, that they're wondering what wild idea she's coming to us with now. And they always support me, and I really appreciate that. I want to thank my friends who joined me tonight. There are 3 incredible women at my table. Mama Durant, Mrs. Wanda Durant, Kevin's mom. 2 other NBA moms. One is also a wife and a mom of an NBA player, Marie Henderson, and Queen Warwick, the mother of Hakeem Warwick. And Marie's son was Gerald Henderson Jr., and her husband was Gerald Henderson Sr., and they both played in the NBA. So thank you for being with me tonight. I also have a Broadway producer, Brian Moreland from New York, who is producing a play right now called The Piano Lesson, starring Samuel L. Jackson. So thank you for being here. So I want to thank them all for their unconditional friendship. In parting, I'd like to say it is so important to invest in the healthy development of teen girls. Someone just said to me yesterday, we have to begin teaching our girls to be brave, not perfect. Brave girls learn to take risks. The bravery deficit that exists at the core of women's underappreciation in government, law, STEM, and the C-suite. Bravery requires a growth mindset, resilience, and self-compassion. Young girls must learn to be resilient and believe that they have the capability to lead and thrive in this world. I will continue to do my part to help them be brave. I'm so grateful to receive this award. Thank you all so much.
Congratulations, Crittentons, on your 134th anniversary. It seems like a wonderful organization. Congratulations to all the girls and to all the people behind the scenes who are supporting these young women to help them find their way and help educate them and guide them and mentor them. So congratulations to this wonderful organization, and I am cheering and supporting you all from afar, sending you lots of love and big hugs, of course, and congratulations again on a wonderful event.
Next up, we have De'Ara Hyman, a Sneakers alumna who will be introducing our final leadership honoree.
Good evening, everybody. My name is De'Ara Hyman, and I'm very excited to be here with all of you. Being a teen girl in high school can be very difficult as is, but with the added peer and academic pressure, many of us can feel isolated. Navigating high school as a teen mom came with even more challenges that a young woman shouldn't face alone. I'm so grateful for the support of the Crittenton program for pregnant and parenting young women. It helped me learn how to accept my new life of being a mom and gave me the tools I needed to stay in school and be successful. Being in a group of young mothers with similar stories to mine showed me I wasn't as alone as I thought I was. This group taught me that I can be successful even if my path is very different from my other peers. Now, over 15 years later, I still keep in contact with my program mentor, Miss Deb, and even some of the other moms from the group. Even now, I can still depend on and reach out to Miss Deb for any advice. My connection with her is priceless, and my experiences at Crittenton is something I'll cherish forever. Thank you for letting me tell my story. And now I am proud to introduce the final recipient of the Leadership Award. She is the founder of the Black Nurse Collaborative, an organization committed to providing opportunities and mentorships in the nursing field and paving the way for current and aspiring Black nurses. MEDI is determined to support and uplift underserved communities by guiding and connecting them to valuable resources. From growing up in a rural town in Pennsylvania with few role models or peers that look like her, when MEDI came to DC to attend Howard University, her life changed drastically. She rediscovered herself, pursued her passions for helping others, and began building her incredible legacy. Her story is truly inspiring. Please help me give a warm welcome to the stage, MEDI Bardenell.
I wasn't feeling that. H-U? Okay, thank you. Sorry about that. Before I start tonight, I just want to say thank you so very much. There's a few special Howard University students that are volunteering tonight that are nursing students. So all the nurses in the crowd, Maria, I can't see where you are. But I want to give a shout out to Jason. I'm not sure where he is. Wave your hand, Jason. Andrea, Griffin, and Jaden. I honor and thank you all for coming here and supporting this amazing organization tonight. There he is, right there on the stage. There we go. Hey, Jason. So listen, friends and family of the Crittenton Group, I am so honored and excited to be here tonight. And as I stand here this evening, I am first grateful to God. I honor him for the life, living, and legacy that he's allowed me to have today. And so I want to start off with a few things by saying to the Crittenton family, an amazing honor to be here as you celebrate 134 years of service. 130, a lot of organizations don't last that long. And so I want to honor my dear friend in her absence, one of the board members, the amazing Kimber Levitt McKenty. Exactly. Thank you so much. And to the most amazing and spectacular and phenomenally talented executive director, Mr. Aaron Myers. Shout out to his mom and the crowd. Hey, Mom, wherever you are, can't see you. And to the entire Crittenton board, thank you. And to my fellow nominees and honorees this evening, Ms. Jan, Narda, Dr. Unique, and Maria, there is so much work to be done. And Dr. Unique, unfortunately, you made me do this, so I have to give a shout out because I wore red. So to all the amazing members of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Ooh. All right, thank you so much. That was your fault, Dr. Unique, wherever you are. You started it, so you know how we do. I digress. But to all of my honorees, I am in awe of our collective impact that we now have, and we are bonded together, all of my sisters, in this amazing work that we do. And I have to also give a special thank you to the phenomenal Sue Eckert. She is a corporate chief nurse officer of the phenomenal MedStar Health, who I reached out to her in her absence tonight. I want to thank MedStar Health and Sue for allowing me to be here and also being one of the sponsors for tonight at a very short notice. So shout out to the amazing Sue Eckert. So there are 3 things that I have learned in my nearly 50, did I say 50? Whew. In my nearly 50 years of living. And that is that I have 3 needs. The first is to love. The second is to be loved. And the third is to serve. And I am loved by my family who supports me and my friends who encourage me. I love God because he first loved me. And I'm finding joy and fulfillment and self-love by serving. So I am called to serve and make better the world by caring and loving those to whom I've come into contact with. And because of that, I am blessed. And as a nurse, I know the impact that we have had on the lives of complete strangers. And shout out to Dr. Nesbitt. I'm not sure where she is, if she's still here. But shout out to Dr. Nesbitt. Hey, there you go. Hey, Dr. Nesbitt. Shout out to Dr. Nesbitt because she also has led this entire city and community during an amazing, difficult time during the pandemic. And I've had And I don't see her often, but I honor her work as a fellow healthcare provider and chair of the DC Board of Nursing. So thank you, Dr. Nesbitt, and congratulations on your new role. To all the beautiful, brilliant, and young girls and women who have been impacted by this amazing Crittenton organization, I say this to you. Know that life and death is in the power of the tongue. So tonight, I want to speak life to you. Know that I see you. Know that you are phenomenal, indelible, pertinacious, authentic, reticent, fortuitous, ambitious, prodigious, illustrious, bodacious, audacious, vivacious, tenacious, and simply fantabulous. Simply put, you are the bomb, and that includes my girl, Diara. You're amazing. And so don't let anyone or anything tell you different, because I see you, and don't let your light dim. Know that you have big dreams, big ideas, and some people who may even be your family or friends won't believe in someone like you, the situation that you are in, or even have the gumption that you are able to dream bigger. So I implore you to keep dreaming and to run and not grow weary. And those of you, where's Aaron? Y'all know this verse. And to walk and not faint. So listen, there are people and systems in this world who count on your silence to keep you exactly where you are. And in a world that wants you to whisper, I dare you, my beautiful girls, to yell, to let them know that you are here and know that I see you if no one else. So continue to sprint towards your goals and your dreams, because sooner or later, it is time for you to believe and to bet on yourself. And there is not a better time than right now. To my platform. So shout out to Table 29. I must say a few words in closing. To my play mother, Dr. Valerie Gray Turner. They gave us this whole little list. Where's Abby? Abby sent this list to all of the honorees to tell us what we should talk about. And so I want to let you all know that you don't need to look for TV folks to be your role models, because they shouldn't be. Your role models should be people that you can touch, that you can hug, that you can love on, that can see you, that can be there when you need them. And I, too, Dr. Unique, can be and fit the description of a Crittenton girl. My mother died at the tender age of 4 on Mother's Day. My father, the Reverend Clarence Clark, I honor him for what he's done. But as a tender girl at the age of 17, going on 18, stepping onto the hollow grounds of the Howard University, it is a person of Dr. Valerie Gray Turner who is my earth angel. And to this day, I call her my mom. And she is my mentor. So Mom, I publicly want to say I love you and I honor you. So like Dr. Unique said, it is important to make sure that all of us, it is but the grace of God, there goes I. And so I honor her, who literally loved on me from the first day that she met me. And I thank her for being here tonight in my mother's stead, and who helped me during my motherless journey to womanhood and my motherless journey to motherhood. She has been my mentor, and for the good of all and to the harm of none, she tells me to believe in myself. A lot of people will project their fears, insecurities, and their unpreparedness, quite frankly, on you. Believe that you are great, even when it's your family or friends that say you can't. Stop playing small and know that you represent excellence, and that you, my sister and my brother, are the full potential of God's greatest gift that has yet to be manifested. Imagine what you can do if you couldn't fail. Imagine what you can do if you could survive and overcome any heartbreak, disappointment, or setback. Many people don't know what folks go through behind the closed doors. And I am here to tell you that is true. So as I stand here, I am a living testament that God is good all the time. And all the time, I had to fight many fears, procrastination, comparisons, anxieties, hurts, high expectations, and frustrations. But I am grateful that I did take the risk. And I'm grateful that I was pushed to action, because change requires risks. Never say maybe, I'll do it tomorrow. Do it right now, because tomorrow is not promised. Surround yourself with people who love you, who stimulate you, who inspire you, and who lift you up, and who love you unconditionally. And clearly, I am not just talking to the Crittenton girls. I am who I am today because God used my mistakes and he worked them out for my good. So know that you are stronger and much stronger, Diara, than anyone that you know, my sister. No one in life accomplished anything alone or in a silo. So as I come to a close, I must honor my husband, Tony Bartonelli, who loves me unconditionally, and my son, Anthony, who is my heart in human form. And believe it or not, neither one of them are here because we are taking care of family business. So I honor them. And listen, behind every single strong Black woman, and I say that unapologetically, is a tribe of strong Black sister friends who, exactly, and who have their back. And I must say thank you, and a shout out to Table 29, because you probably hear them, to my sister friends, one of my dearest friends, the amazing Nicole Cooper-Johnson, my sister and friend Peggy Rose, my sister and fellow nurse and Black Nurse Collaborative founding member, Dion Ross, and to my sister cousin and my, what I call her, my hashtag purpose pusher, Nicole Roberts-Jones. I love you all and thank you for being here. Hebrews 13:2 tells us this: to stop neglecting and show hospitality to strangers, for showing hospitality to some have entertained angels unaware. You don't know who you are sitting next to. You never know that. So be mindful of your tongue. Be mindful of who you speak to, how you speak to them. And as a nurse, what I do know, people give me and folks like Dr. Nesbitt unbridled trust. They don't know us. But when we walk into that room and provide care for those patients like you do, Maria, people literally trust us with their lives. So we have to make sure that, as I said earlier, life and death is also in the power of the tongue. So as a mission of Crittenden encourages these young women to overcome obstacles, I did my homework, to make positive choices and achieve their dreams, my call to action for all of us, not just the girls and the young women, is to blame no one, to look in the mirror and see the opportunity that you are. For you are the answer, Nicole, to somebody's prayers. Your gifts are not to lie dormant, for they are a present, the gift that someone is waiting to receive. Tomorrow is the best day of your lives, so get busy and find a reason to love yourself, show gratitude, and when you know better, do better. Do better. Stop making excuses. Excuses are tools that the incompetent use to build monuments of nothing, and those who indulge in their uses seldom amount to anything. Excuses, excuses. So do better. So to my Crittenden family, I want to say thank you. Aaron, I love you. It's been an honor and pleasure to meet you, my friend. We will be connected forever, and know that you cannot get rid of me. And as I end with this, to all of us, if you are not invited to the table, don't just go and build yourself one, but make sure you create the menu. God bless you all.
Hi, my name is Vanessa. I am a Credit 10 girl. Go Standing Girls will help me communicate more with others.
My name is Kira and I'm a Credit 10 girl, and I attend every Go Standing Girls group because I can express my feelings without feeling judged.
Hi, my name is Dylan and I'm a Credit 10 girl. What sneakers has helped me the most with is making better relationships with my friends.
Hello, I'm Aaron Myers, CEO of Crittenton Services of Greater Washington, and I'm delighted to announce a new initiative, one that will help ensure a strong future for Crittenton and the girls we serve. We've seen an enormous amount of growth at Crittenton over the past couple of years, in part due to increased need for our services, but also due to the success of our work. And now I'm going to share how you can be an ongoing part of this success. The Crittenton Services of Greater Washington's President's Circle is looking for 400 charter members, the mighty 400, to commit $1,000 a year for the next 3 years. Whether it's an annual donation of $1,000 or $90 a month, your contribution puts you in an elite group of Crittenton supporters. More than 134 years after our founding, the President's Circle will enable the organization to continue to expand responsibly and provide the girls all the support they need. Everything from our core programming and Student Leadership Summit, to college tours and field trips, to the crisis resources that have seen our girls and their families through the toughest of times. I'm asking you to join me today and become a part of the inner circle of caring adults who are making a real difference in the lives of local teens. Together, we can ensure that Crittenton can continue to deliver all of its high-impact programming and bring it to even more schools where the need is great. I can't wait to see you in the circle. I'll be there. At this time, you can participate just as if you were in person at the 134th anniversary celebration yourself. Please see the QR code on your screen, capture this code, and choose your donation amount. Please remember, this Giving Tuesday, you are supporting an organization that has expanded its program delivery to over 1,000 girls, and we're continuing on a trajectory of excellence as we've done this 134 years. Use this time now to choose your donation level.
That's it for that part, right? I mean, the night's not over.
No.
The night is not over, but we do want to thank you so much for what is a magical evening tonight here at the Hamilton Live. And it will have such an impact for the girls of Crittenton. And you are the reason that Crittenton continues to do its important work. You are the reason, despite everything that the world throws at these girls, because of your support, they continue to thrive.
That's right. A party with a purpose. You guys were amazing. The young people are amazing. And again, thank you for your support and making this so successful. Before we exit stage left, would you like to hear from Cheryl Pepsi Riley one more time? Yeah! Give us some love, y'all. She's coming to the stage right now. Have a great time. Cheryl Pepsi Riley! Hey, come on!
Okay, now you can get up and dance and sit down a long time, right? You can dance and dance if you want to. Or if you're not gonna get up, you can clap your hands like this. And I absolutely need you to sing along with me. Where the ladies at? Ladies! I'm every woman. It's all in me. Anything you want now, baby, do it naturally. I don't hear y'all. It's all in me. I can be lost right now. From day to day. I got the spell that you can tell. There's a special groove put by inside of you. Anytime you feel danger or fear, instantly I will appear yours. It's all in
Chanel.